The football world has been left in shock and mourning following the sudden and tragic death of Liverpool forward Diogo Jota in a devastating car crash. The Portuguese star, known for his electric pace, clinical finishing, and tireless work ethic, was involved in a fatal accident on the outskirts of Liverpool early this morning. News of his untimely passing has sent ripples across the global sporting community, leaving fans, teammates, and rivals alike grappling with immense grief. Tributes have flooded social media as supporters gather outside Anfield to pay their respects. Jota's passing is not just a heartbreaking loss for Liverpool Football Club, but a profound reminder of life's fragility beyond the football pitch. His legacy will endure forever. The accident, a detailed timeline. The morning of the accident began like any other for Liverpool forward Diogo Jota. According to early reports from Merseyside police, the fatal crash occurred at approximately 7:45 a.m. on Speke Boulevard, a well-known and often congested road on the outskirts of Liverpool. The weather was typical for the region, a slight drizzle, damp roads, and low-hanging clouds adding a soft haze to the morning commute. Jota was reportedly en route to Liverpool's AXA training centre for what was scheduled to be a light recovery session following the club's intense fixture list. He was driving his Mercedes-Benz G-Class SUV, a vehicle known for its robust safety features, yet tragically not enough to save him in this instance. Traffic camera footage and preliminary police investigations suggest that Jota's vehicle was clipped by another car attempting to overtake dangerously at high speed. Eyewitnesses described the heart-stopping moment when Jota's SUV was struck on the rear side, causing him to swerve sharply across the slippery road. In what appeared to be a desperate attempt to regain control and avoid a head-on collision with oncoming traffic, Jota overcorrected, causing the vehicle to flip multiple times across the central divider. The SUV eventually crashed into a roadside barrier before overturning and coming to rest on its side, mangled and almost unrecognizable. The scene, harrowing witness accounts and police statements. The devastating scene left by the crash stunned both emergency responders and passing motorists. Local resident Michael Turner, who was driving nearby, recounted the moment with visible distress. The sound was deafening, metal crunching, glass shattering, tires screeching, he said, his voice shaking. I ran over immediately. I didn't know it was Diogo Jota. We all tried to help, but the car was crushed so badly. It was horrific. Passers-by, still in shock, described watching helplessly as first responders worked to free Jota from the wreckage. The other vehicle involved, a compact sedan, was left on the roadside, its front severely damaged. The driver, who survived with minor injuries, is reportedly cooperating with the police investigation. Authorities later confirmed that preliminary factors in the crash likely included reckless overtaking, slick road conditions, and loss of vehicle control. Chief Inspector Laura McAllister of Merseyside Police addressed the media somberly, "We are treating this as a tragic accident. Our hearts go out to Mr. Jota's family, his teammates, and all those affected by this profound loss." The police also urged drivers to exercise heightened caution, particularly in the wet and unpredictable conditions common in the area. Liverpool FC's heartbreaking confirmation. Within a few hours of the accident, Liverpool Football Club released a formal statement, their words soaked in grief and disbelief. It is with the deepest sadness that Liverpool Football Club confirms the passing of Diogo Jota following a fatal car accident this morning. Diogo was not only an extraordinary footballer but also a cherished member of our family. We are devastated beyond measure. Our thoughts and prayers are with his partner, his family, his teammates, and all who loved him. The club's swift confirmation, though heart-wrenching, provided clarity in a sea of rapidly spreading rumors and social media speculation. Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp addressed the tragedy in an impromptu press conference later that afternoon. He appeared emotionally overwhelmed, pausing often to collect himself. "There are no words for this," Klopp said quietly, his usual energy drained by grief. He was one of us. A beautiful player, a beautiful person. I cannot process this. None of us can. The profound silence that followed Klopp's remarks was perhaps more telling than any words. Football world in mourning. A global outpouring of grief. The news of Diogo Jota's death reverberated across the world. Tributes began flooding in almost immediately from clubs, players, managers, and fans alike. In a sport often driven by fierce rivalries, the tragedy transcended football lines. Cristiano Ronaldo, a Portuguese legend and compatriot, posted a heartfelt message on Instagram: "You inspired a generation, my friend. Rest in peace. You will never be forgotten." Manchester City, Liverpool's closest domestic rivals, shared a sincere statement: "Some things transcend football. Our deepest condolences to Diogo Jota's family, friends, and everyone at Liverpool FC. We stand with you." Governing bodies UEFA and FIFA paid formal tributes, and black armbands were immediately authorized for all upcoming matches across Europe and beyond. Former teammates from Wolverhampton Wanderers, where Jota rose to prominence, shared warm, emotional memories of the man behind the footballer. Many spoke of his quiet kindness, his dedication to the game, and his ability to bring light-hearted joy to even the most intense training sessions. A career of promise, from Porto streets to Anfield glory. Diogo José Teixeira da Silva, known worldwide as Diogo Jota, was born on December 4, 1996, in Massarelos, Porto, Portugal. His footballing journey began humbly in the backstreets of Porto, where as a young boy, he honed his skills on concrete pitches and narrow alleys, dreaming of one day playing on the biggest stages. Jota's professional career took flight at Paços de Ferreira, where his natural talent and work ethic quickly caught the attention of scouts. After a brief period with Atlético Madrid, where he failed to make a senior appearance, he was loaned to Wolverhampton Wanderers, then competing in the English Championship. It was at Wolves where Jota's star truly began to shine. His electric pace, tireless movement, clinical finishing, and fearless attacking mentality helped Wolves earn promotion to the Premier League. He seamlessly adapted to the top flight, scoring crucial goals and winning the admiration of fans across England. A family man remembered, the heart behind the footballer. Beyond the thunderous applause, beyond the floodlights of packed stadiums and the adrenaline of match-winning goals, Diogo Jota's most treasured role was not as a footballer, but as a father, a partner, and a family man. His life off the pitch was where his heart truly resided, away from the noise and the headlines. Jota is survived by his longtime partner, Ruth Cardoso, and their young son, who had become the center of his world. Friends and teammates close to the family describe him as fiercely devoted, protective, and deeply loving. The walls of their home, unlike the grand stages he graced in his professional life, were where Jota found his peace and his purpose. Diogo always put his family first, recalled former Wolverhampton Wanderers teammate Connor Cody. As much as he loved football, nothing mattered more to him than Ruth and their little boy. He was so proud to be a dad. He talked about them all the time. Those who knew him personally often spoke of his humility. Despite his fame and success, Jota never chased the celebrity lifestyle. He was rarely seen at glamorous events, shunned the spotlight when possible, and found joy in life's quieter moments, an evening at home, a walk with his family, or a simple coffee with close friends. The Anfield Vigil, a city united in grief. As the devastating news rippled through the football world, it was in Liverpool's own streets where the pain was most palpable. By that evening, thousands of supporters had gathered outside Anfield to honor Jota's memory in a candlelight vigil that would become one of the most moving scenes in the club's modern history. Scarves, jerseys, flowers, Portuguese flags, and handwritten letters began to pile up outside the Shankly gates, turning the stadium entrance into a sea of red, green, and flickering candlelight. Fans, many draped in Liverpool shirts bearing Jota's name and the number 20, quietly assembled in the rain, unified by shared grief. Soft renditions of "You'll Never Walk Alone" echoed through the crowd, a song so deeply intertwined with Liverpool's identity, now sung not as a chant of victory but as a somber promise that Jota would never be forgotten. Liverpool's players, coaches, and club officials joined the crowd throughout the evening, their faces etched with sorrow. Members of the Liverpool women's team were also seen among the mourners, some standing in silent tears as supporters embraced one another. For a city that has endured profound footballing tragedies, from Hillsborough to the deaths of beloved players, this loss felt deeply personal. Diogo Jota was not just another name in the squad list, he had become part of the club's soul. Matches postponed, football pauses to grieve. In the wake of the tragedy, Liverpool Football Club quickly announced the postponement of their upcoming fixtures. The Premier League, UEFA, and the Football Association worked together to grant Liverpool compassionate space to mourn without the immediate pressure of competition. Across England and Europe, stadiums lowered flags to half-mast in Jota's memory. Moments of silence were observed before matches in leagues around the world, from the Champions League to the Portuguese Primeira Liga, where Jota's former clubs also paid tribute. Liverpool's AXA training centre was temporarily closed, giving players, coaching staff, and club employees time to process the profound loss. Speaking to the press, an emotionally drained Jurgen Klopp made it clear where his priorities lay: football doesn't matter right now. We will come back when we're ready. Right now, we need to grieve. We need to be together. Klopp's words resonated deeply. A powerful reminder that behind the high-stakes competitions and global television broadcasts, football is still a game played and loved by human beings, vulnerable to life's most painful realities. The broader conversation, road safety and the footballer lifestyle. Jota's untimely death also reignited an important and often uncomfortable conversation in football circles: the risks associated with high-performance vehicles and the driving habits of elite players that in recent years, footballers like Sergio Aguero, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Jack Grealish, and Bruno Fernandes have been involved in serious road incidents, though many escaped with minor injuries. Jota's accident, however, has become the starkest reminder yet of what is at stake. Safety advocates quickly called for a renewed commitment from clubs to provide road safety education, especially to young players who are often suddenly exposed to immense wealth and access to powerful luxury vehicles. This is not about blame, said road safety campaigner Mark Edwards. It's about making sure clubs and leagues think carefully about how they support players in managing all aspects of their lives, including the responsibility that comes with these vehicles. You'll never walk alone. As darkness settled over Liverpool, the city stood united in sorrow, mourning the loss of one of its brightest stars. Outside Anfield, candles burned gently through the night, their delicate flames dancing in the breeze, carrying a silent but powerful message: you'll never walk alone. The tributes, the tears, and the unspoken grief reflected a profound truth: Diogo Jota was more than just a footballer, he was part of the city's beating heart. His passion, his humility, his relentless fight on the pitch, and his boundless love off it will forever echo in the streets of Liverpool, in the stands of Anfield, and in the hearts of fans worldwide. Though his journey ended far too soon, his legacy will never fade. Diogo Jota will forever walk alongside those who loved him, his memory etched into the soul of the club. Rest in peace, Diogo. Forever a Red.